So this is Kero Blaster. This is a little 2D platformer game. So let's go ahead and check this out. What you got here is, it'll just automatically load up the last save file you had, but we can check our other save data. These are our full save files. And there are 3 different, I guess, modes or difficulties, sort of, depending on how you look at it. Let's go ahead and, I'll just go ahead and delete the basic one here. Alright, so let's go ahead and start a new game so I can introduce what the game is like. So, I have beaten the game on normal once. That's the green frog. Zangyo is hard mode, which is the blue frog. It's asking if I want to start that, and I'm going to say no. This is also not my first time playing, so I'm going to skip the tutorial. So the story goes, you work at this Cat and Frog Incorporated place. Your boss is this purple cat lady who doesn't really talk for some reason. I don't know why. The other characters talk, but you can never understand her. You got the black cat in the science coat, and a pink girl over there on the left. Anyway, your job is, as the frog is, you are to go and clean up stuff. Like she asks right here, what's the job again? Custodial sciences. So yeah, you're gonna go out and pick up. You're getting rid of those little black creatures down there at the bottom right, you see? And any other enemies you got. So you got your basic gun type weapon here that you got. You can shoot forward, backward, up, and you can hold the button down to just keep shooting. And if you do hold the button down, you will hold your position so you can more carefully aim. You cannot shoot straight down. So that is a limitation you have to work around. What is this? This is 0? I don't know what that's on there for. Anyway, so your jump. Oh yeah, I gotta talk about the jump. Why is that on their screen? Okay, I've never seen episode 00 before. I don't know what the deal is. I don't like it so much. I'm going to restart. Gotta go answer the phone on the title screen. Okay, there we go. So, your jump, I got a note. The far regular jump is like that, so you can jump out that far. And then if you start jumping, that is about as far back as you can go. You can't like completely, if you instantly turn around at the beginning of your jump, you can't like take back your full jump. You can only take back parts of it, depending on how soon you start pulling back. So when you start jumping, you have to commit to it. That's sort of a design choice I see in this entire game, is that you have to sort of be careful about what you're doing, because you can't just hold the forward and hold shooting, because then you'll just die like that. So what you have to do is you have to be careful about your shooting. You gotta like wait for your targets to go bye-bye. You gotta avoid their projectiles if they shoot any at you. A lot of enemies and other targets that you take down do drop money, and money is used for upgrading yourself and your weapons. So at the end of each level you beat, you'll get a new weapon, and you can use money to upgrade them. This money. So I'm just getting focused here. Of course, that's a heart to recover any lost health if I had any. When we get to the shop here in a second, I'll show you. If you see in the lower left corner there, it does an autosave when you like change screens and stuff. Oh. So you gotta dodge this guy's stuff. So you gotta be very patient, I guess you could say, with your actions. I think that's a good way to describe it. So other things that you get in this game is you will get a jetpack, which will sort of act as a double jump. I will load up another file here in a second to demonstrate like the other weapons and stuff, but I just want to get like the basics out of the way here. These are treasure chests here. You can open up to usually find money inside. I'm pretty sure like almost all the treasure chests just have money inside. Almost hit that. Here's the CF Cat and Frog Company. So what you got here is you got two options for purchasing categories. You got weapon upgrades. So I can upgrade my regular blaster with 10 coins there, which means it'll now shoot the entire distance of the screen rather than just right in front of me. Oh, I guess not the entire distance, but definitely much farther than it was before. And then over here, the heart, this is a sort of self-upgraded option. So you got the hearts. This will simply restore your health. It's only going to cost you 1 coin, but I'm at full health anyway. This is a heart boost. This will actually increase your maximum number of hearts. This is a heart jar, which will restore your health. I don't think it's your full health. I think it's only like a certain number of hearts, which, I mean, 2 hearts is going to be my full health. I don't think it's... Oh, it restores 4 hearts when you lose your last heart. So if you lose all your hearts, you just get 4 hearts back. Of course, if you have less than 4 hearts max, you won't get that. And then this, of course, is an extra life, which is very expensive. I don't think it's ever really worth going for unless you just have nothing else to spend money on, basically. Because if you don't have a heart jar, you should get one. I think you can only hold 1 heart jar at a time. But heart boosts, you can get a few of those to get more maximum hearts there. And then as I get you more weapons, you'll be able to get upgrades for those as well. So let's go ahead and just finish this level, just to show off regular length. So yeah, let's take down these enemies. I don't have to shoot all their projectiles, but I'm doing it anyway. So what else you get in the different difficulties when you turn to like the... So when you beat this game, you unlock the Zangyo mode, which is where you play as the blue frog. I think you're supposed to be the same character, you're just blue for some reason. But the story, it's sort of like a New Game Plus, but more than just that. When you play in Zangyo mode, the level designs are a little bit harder, and I guess it is called hard mode. So yeah, the game is harder, and that includes level layouts. It's not just enemies deal more damage or something. Oh, did you see my shots go through the wall here? That means there's a secret. All right, chest. Again, hard mode is level designs change up, and also the story continues. So you are replaying like the same basic levels, like it is still the same environments, the same basic level layout. There just are some changes to make it harder, but the story continues. So you know it's like worth playing to just see the story continue. It is like an additional story. Like, it's not like the first one ends on a cliffhanger and then you keep replaying all the levels again to see how the story finishes. It's the first story, the first time through the game finishes the story, and then Zangyo mode has just a different story that you go on through next. This is the boss room, as the music stopped, and I knew that right away. So let's see, this boss can only be hurt if you shoot the top portion there as it sticks out. Of course, you can also influence the height of your jump or the time that you spend in the air by holding down the button for longer. You just tap the button, you just do that. Oh, looks like I got to the halfway point. He's gonna power up a little bit here. See if I can get this guy. There we go. Oh yeah, so here's my new weapon upgrade. Fan, it's called. This is like a wave shot, so it'll just shoot in a wider area. Like that. Of course, as I upgrade it, it'll be able to go farther distances. Like in this room, I gotta get rid of this guy here to activate the teleporter, and that ends the level. Let's go back to base. Ooh, my boss is looking a little different there. So yeah, the story is a little interesting. It's just kind of like it's got a weirdness to it, but it's not like just completely random. There is some logic behind it. Oh yeah, I get a free heart jar right here, just for progressing in the story. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen every level. It's just to introduce me to the concept of the heart jar so I know what it is, and I'm encouraged to buy it in the future. And of course, I can press start to just skip straight to level. I can skip story sections if I really want to. And here is the next environment. So yeah, you go through several more of these levels to finish the game. And each environment adds something new, like this area has some water in it, which you can swim through by just, you know, jumping around. You just move slowly in water. Whoops. You gotta be careful with your momentum too. So yeah, I like the deliberateness of the design here with the mechanics and the levels. It's good to be challenging in this way, I guess. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Oh yeah, there is a manual, so you can check out what things are. So you got your basic controls and your attacks, and oh yeah, you can switch weapons. Which this game does have basic controller support. I press L and R to switch weapons. You got your jump and shoot. That's really just it. Jump and shoot on the face buttons. Move with the D-pad or the joystick. That's pretty much it. Start is the menu. Let's go ahead and finish this out. It auto-saves money and shots, which... Oh yeah, important to note, you don't lose your money when you die. So, if you die midway through a level... oh yeah, and game over. So, as you're playing through a level, you'll keep all your money if you die. And then, here, let's go ahead. Oh, there's my hearts back. So if you die in a level, you do get to keep all your money. You do have a certain number of lives. As you see at the bottom left there, I have 2 lives. So if you lose all your lives, then you get a game over, which just restarts you back at the beginning of the level. So if you die, you start at the beginning of the screen you died on. See, this is the same screen I died on. I didn't go further back. But if you lose all your lives, you have to restart at the beginning of the whole level. So levels aren't even super long, but they do get pretty hard. But you get to keep all your money. So you can technically, if you keep dying, you can farm up your heart max or your weapon power. To a certain extent, of course. You may notice there is a gray border around the screen. That is because I'm playing in full screen mode. You can play this in windowed mode, of course. You got the screen size options here. You can change the screen size by these. And full screen does keep the border around because none of these modes stretches the image, so you still have pixel perfect visuals the entire time. Anything else in the manual? Oh yeah, jetpack, I'll go over that, and Zangyo we talked about. Stamps, these are also your achievements, which are not shown here. Let's go ahead and return to the title. Oh yeah, I gotta answer the phone to do that. Check out the save data. Wait a minute, cancel. Here we go, achievements. These are your achievements. So I only have 3, and there's a good reason for that. This one is, of course, just beat normal mode. This is beat Zangyo mode, hard mode. And then this is beat Omake mode. Omake? I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I guess it's Japanese, right? I said this is Zangyo. This is normal. So I guess it's supposed to be pronounced omake. I don't know what that means. I don't know what zengyo means either. But yeah, those are the cheers you get just for beating the game in those modes. Some of the star ones. Some of them are beat the game like without dying. It's supposed to be. And then some of them are beat the game. There's an item you can get called a jacket, and basically it's just a one-hit protection. So if you get hit, you lose a jacket, but you don't lose any hearts. But it's just a one hit. Some of the achievements are beat the game in each mode with the jacket on. So you basically have to beat the game without getting hit, and that is way too demanding of a thing for me to even care about. Control settings. This is interesting. You can press up to change your controls. Press down to default and press right to quit. So pressing any of the face buttons right now is not going to do anything. Oh, you can see what button is what down there. That's interesting. My R2, L2 buttons don't do anything. Cool. Screen size, language. You got a bunch of languages to choose from. Here's Japanese. Here's English. Of course, there's just dialogue. There's no spoken language. Let's go ahead and check out the other thing here. So we talked about Zengyo mode. This is hard mode, basically. After you beat that, you can have the option to open up Omake mode. And this is interesting because this mode... So in both of these modes, you start with, your basic weapon and a couple hearts. In this mode, you start with only one heart and all your weapons at max upgrade. So that's interesting. Unfortunately, I am at the end of the game here. I got my weapons all maxed out. Oh, this is a shop, I guess. So yeah, you can see how the weapons max out. This is a bubble weapon, which is good for getting enemies below you because you can't shoot below you. So this is the weapon you use for that. This flamethrower weapon is interesting because, while its distance isn't very far, you do get that barrier around you that, launches when you fire. But yeah. That is the basic weapon maxed out. So yeah, the jetpack. The jetpack sort of acts as a double jump. But it's not so much for... you do get some height off of it, but it's much more effective for distance. Oh, standing on furniture. Yeah, you get really good distance out of it. It's really what it's mostly used for, rather than height. And of course, you can't double back on your jump too much. So even if I turn around first, I don't get a whole lot. Your momentum really does matter in this. You can't just change direction too easily. So you got to be careful about what you're doing. So yeah, I think that might be the maximum hearts I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, sold out. This will restore my hearts. This is a heart jar, of course, and that's an extra life. I have 4 lives right now. That's pretty good. But yeah. So that is Kero Blaster. I think it's a pretty fun game. Of course, there are those achievements I'm really not interested in getting. But they are there if you really want a super hard challenge. But I'm not going to go for that. I've already talked about what I think about achievements now, since my Secret of Mana review. But yeah, that is Kero Blaster. I definitely recommend it. It's a fun game. Good to play through the 3 times you got here. And yeah, if you have any questions about the game, you can ask in the comments below. There are only 3 save files here. So if you want to have more, I assume you can probably find the spot on your PC. Oh yeah, I'm playing this on Steam. So you can probably find the place on your PC where the save files are stored, copy, back them up somewhere, and then you can delete them and still have them, if you want to switch their place with them. So yeah, that's how you get around limitation of 3 save files on PC. This is also available, of course, on Switch and PS4. It also, this is actually an old game. Came out way before Switch and PS4. Well, at least way before Switch was a thing. I don't know when exactly PS4 was a thing compared to when this game came out. But this game is also on iOS. It's on phones. And Balrog's Game Room, he definitely swears by the phone version, saying it's totally legit and works. So you can try that out if you want. You know, if you want it mobile, and you don't have a Switch. But yeah, if you have any other questions about the game, you can ask in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.